Hello, welcome back to our Friday study. A couple days ago, I was cutting the grass in our yard, noticed many weeds everywhere. I was thinking about that, reminded me about this parable that Jesus told about the man sowing seed. I thought it would be good to review the story and discuss what it means. So first, please go and watch Bob Lenderman tell the story, Jesus' story about the sower. Then come back and we'll discuss and see what that means. So Jesus told the story about the seed being sown all over. Jesus named 4 places where the seed went: a path, soil that had rocks underneath, thorns, and good soil. Now the seed means God's message about his kingdom, the gospel, the good news of Jesus. The 4 soils are 4 different kinds of people. We'll divide this into 4 different videos, 1 video for each kind of soil. So the first one now, the sower threw some seed on the path. The path, well, that is hard ground, right? People walk back and forth on it. It becomes very, very hard, like our concrete roads. The seed does not go in; it cannot grow. So the birds come and eat it. The seed is gone. That seed seems wasted. It grows nothing. So what does that mean? Well, the gospel is given to those people who are like the path. The gospel is given to them. The good news of Jesus is preached for them, taught, explained, does nothing. The gospel is taken away from them. Satan steals it from them. How? Well, Jesus explained those people do not understand the good news. You might think of, or you might remember, Paul explained in 2 Corinthians chapter 3, verses 14 to 15, that the Jews could not understand his good news. They could not understand about Jesus. They had a covering over their heart that blocked them, so they could not see and believe the good news about Jesus. And so some people do not understand. They do not believe. We might also think of governments who don't allow the gospel to be preached in their nations. Those people cannot have the gospel. They cannot believe. It's very sad. So what do? Do we give up? Well, maybe for a little while we must. If the government will not allow his word to be preached there, if the government is killing people who are preaching, then maybe we need to leave for a little bit. Come back later to preach. But we don't want to give up. What if someone doesn't understand? What if you teach and explain and tell them the good news, but they just don't get it? Maybe you get someone else to come with you, and that person can also explain. Maybe explain a different way. Try different ways to help them to understand the good news of Jesus, so then they can believe. Some people just stubborn, refuse to believe, refuse to even listen to the gospel. They don't want to hear it. They don't want it. What do? Pray for them. Pray that God will open their hearts and that God will give them the gospel. Maybe through you, maybe through another person. Later on, their hearts will soften, and another person will have the opportunity to tell them. But we give up if we try and explain and teach, and the person doesn't understand or refuses to listen, refuses to believe. We just give up and say, too bad? No. We continue teaching and preaching and encouraging and guiding. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4 says, God wants all people to be saved and to know his truth. This is really interesting in Jesus telling the story that the path, the seed got thrown there. The man sowing the seed would be skilled and know where the seed is going. You wouldn't want to throw it on the path. If you are planting a garden, do you want to take your good seed, maybe corn or peas or something, and throw it on your driveway, on the concrete? It just sits there. It's not going to grow. You will do that on purpose? No, that's a waste. The man in Jesus' story, the man who sowed the seed, knows how to sow seed. He doesn't want to waste it. Gone, no good. Except in Jesus' story, the man did throw it those places, even though it will not grow there. We would look at that and say, what a waste. Why do that? Don't throw away good seed. But God wants all people to be saved. Even those people, stubborn, will not believe, he still gives them his word. He still gives them the good news of Jesus because he wants all people saved. If you look at Jesus' ministry and his preaching, Jesus did even preach to the Pharisees, to those people who were stubborn and would not believe. Jesus still preached to them as well. Remember, we cannot see who will believe and who will not. Someone may look stubborn. They are hard-hearted. They will never believe. God can soften their heart and give them faith. I have known some people who, you first meet them, wow, they are never going to believe, you think. That person, heart is hard, many years. They are never going to believe in Jesus. You give them the gospel, and they are thrilled to know God's love. Be careful that you do not judge. Even the hard hearts, God can change. It is our job that God has given us. God has given us his seed in the gospel, and it's our responsibility and our joy to share that with all people, no matter they seem hard, stubborn, or eager. Either way, we share because God wants all people to know his good news. May God bless you to give and share his good news with everyone, no matter what we think, no matter their response. We share with everyone because God has shared with us. God bless you. We'll see you next week to talk about the thorns. No, the rocky soil. Always get those two confused, which one comes next. But we'll talk about the next three next. God bless you.